Okay, seventh grade, how are we doing today? We are ready to jump into Unit 2. Today, you're going to read a new article and look for central ideas. You'll collaborate in groups of 3 using multiple discussion protocols. Before we do that, you guys have an entrance ticket. It might not be on page 70 of your student workbook, and it might not look like this. Honestly, the one in the teacher portal is from the previous module. So I don't know what's going on there. It's just a glitch in the system, I think. So I'm going to trust that you guys have the correct entrance ticket. I'm going to ask that you pause the video now, go through that entrance ticket, talk about it as a class, and then come back to me and we'll move forward. All right, guys, let's look at our learning targets for today. So we have 3 of them. The first one says, I can determine 2 or more central ideas of a text. I can trace the development of central ideas over the course of a text, and I can write an objective summary of a text. Okay, heavy learning targets, but we're going to get through it. One term that I need you to add to your vocabulary loans, and that is social contagion. And it means ideas, behaviors, or emotions that spread rapidly through groups. Okay, social contagion. Pause the video and add that now. All right, guys, so we're going to move into our close read, with the focus of determining the central ideas. So you guys are going to read Kindness Contagion. It is in your workbooks. Kindness Contagion, witnessing kindness inspires kindness, forcing it to spread like a virus. So I'm going to ask that you pause the video here, you read through this, you annotate, you make marks, you talk to your think, pair, share, or your elbow partner, and you guys talk about this as a class, and then I'll instruct you with what we're going to do next. Go ahead and pause the video and read now. All right, guys, so you're going to notice that there is a note catcher that goes with your close read of Kindness Contagion. Your teacher might want to choose for you guys to read through that again, okay? This time, knowing that you've already annotated, you're looking to be able to answer all these questions. So it breaks it apart paragraph by paragraph, and it asks you some questions about the text-dependent questions. So it's quite lengthy. So I'm going to leave you guys to work through this now. Work with your elbow partner on this. However your teacher wants you to do this, that is completely up to your teacher. And then you guys will come back together, and I'm going to go over just a few of the highlights with you, okay? So come back to me when you're ready. All right, guys, so you have successfully completed this close read note catcher now because you're coming back to me. So that tells me that you're ready to talk. So a couple of things that I wanted to make sure that you noted is I want to make sure that you guys annotated and picked apart each paragraph, okay? I want to make sure that you did that in your note catcher. I want to make sure that you had some discussion about each paragraph and the purpose of each paragraph. If you did not do that, please go ahead and pause the video and go back through that and talk about it now. But if you did do that, let's go ahead and keep moving. So either or. So I want to go down to the culminating task. How do the evidence and the details that the author provides develop the central ideas in this article? So first you have to determine the central ideas, okay? So the author gives examples of different times. This is an example answer, okay? The author gives examples of different times when people imitate one another to develop the idea that conformity can be good or bad. The author discusses studies he and his colleagues did to show how kindness spreads in both narrow and broad ways. For example, the pen pal task shows that people can change their behavior just by hearing about people doing a completely different task. Also, people donated more money after hearing that others acted generously. This shows how positive conformity can spread in narrow and broad ways. Okay, guys, so hopefully we have completed that note catcher and we are ready to move into writing a summary of this close read that we did today. Again, I'm going to remind you, this is the criteria of an effective informative summary. It must do these things. I'm going to ask that your teacher pause the video and go through this again with you, okay? All right, guys, now we're ready to close out today by writing a summary. So your first sentence should start in the article, Kindness Contagion by Jamil Zaki. And then you're going to continue going by writing your own summary. Again, making sure that you do all of these things. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Your teacher's going to direct you through that summary, and then you guys should share with your elbow partners, and you should have some discussion about that. And I'm going to see you guys again in lesson 2.